Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the next episode of the G&A podcast. I am the sexy, sultry herbivore waiting for some carnivores to eat me up. Drooby doo.
And I am that creepy CGI monkey hiding under your bed, Soberoni.
And welcome back to the G&A podcast. We talk about all things anime, the good, the bad, and the weeb. Oni, how are you?
I'm doing it very well. How are you?
I'm doing all right. These glasses are fun, and by fun, it's like one day they're kind of normal, the other day I feel like I'm about to split like a walnut. But you know what? I'm taking in I can look at the computer for more than 5 seconds and not
Hey,
like
that's
fall apart.
progress.
Yeah, you know what? At this point, I'm like I'm alive and I'm breathing. I'm here. I'll take it. So yeah. So with my mucho gusto. Wait, doesn't that mean like what
Mucho
does that mean in
gusto?
Spanish? In Spanish,
With
does that mucho
I
like with
want to
great
assume,
pleasure?
yeah, I think so. Pretty
Yes.
sure.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yes. Okay. I just make sure I didn't
My high
just like
school
say random
freshman level
stuff.
of Spanish tells me so.
So yes, with mucho gusto, let us move into our first segment. Um, this week in anime, a new segment where we quickly talk about what's happening in anime. I think I'm gonna go first with
Mm-hmm.
my piece of news, and we can just go back and forth because
Go
we have a
for it.
lot of announcements.
Yeah.
Definitely making up for last week's lack of announcements or lack of news. First off, Goblin Slayer. Yeah, Goblin Slayer gets a second season. The anime gets a second season. Uh, we found out through a live stream, GA Fest
Yeah, I saw that
2021.
too.
No relation.
Yeah, we had our own festival, and thankfully they let us announce the second season of
Oh
Goblin
yeah,
Slayer.
yeah, it was great.
Can't
Happy
believe we
Gravity,
secured
we
that.
love it. Thank you so much. Thank you,
Yeah.
Crunchyroll. Oh man. But yeah, so we're looking forward to that. But willing to see what they're gonna do in season 2 and whatnot.
Yeah, I still haven't seen the movie. I hope that's not plot relevant.
Me too. What's going on with you in your neck of the woods?
Well, I have another announcement as well. There is a fourth season confirmed for Don Machi, aka
Hmm.
Is Wrong Pet Girls in Dungeon. We, of course, covered the second and the third seasons here on G&A Podcast. So if you haven't seen those, you should go back and watch them. We have lots of great arguments. But yeah, Warner Brothers Japan announced it for streaming. The new season will air on TV and stream online in Japan in 2022. So not this year, but next year. I imagine early next year. They haven't given an exact release date, but probably like spring or winter of next year. So we'll probably cover it. The trailer's up. It looks pretty good. There's also an OVA for season 3 coming out in April, which looks to be very fan servicey. So I'm gonna watch that and enjoy it. And yeah, more Don Machi.
Okay. And wow, shock! Another announcement of a new season of something. Fruits Baskets, the final anime,
Mm,
reveals April premiere with a teaser visual.
how ominous.
Um, yeah, it does look ominous. It's Toru and Akito standing back to back, and apparently it says "Don't leave me" at the bottom.
Don't leave
Oh,
me, and he just punches through the face.
right.
I know
Um,
fruits baskets.
mm-hmm. Um, you know what's so crazy? Like, cause they're going on, they're giving like a little cute little paragraph about when this first came out and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so crazy to believe that this came out in 2019.
What, season 2?
No, season 1.
Oh, wow.
We went through this very
Yeah,
fast.
that was quick.
Lightning, lightning, lightning.
Yeah.
literally year after year, and they're like, oh, this is the last one.
Yeah, literally every year they just had a new season. That's pretty awesome, though. And if you're done with it, I do have one final piece of news that isn't an anime announcement, surprisingly enough. It is a board game announcement because there's going to be a new board game for Higurashi and Umineko. It's a crossover board game. So that might be hinting at some stuff in the anime too.
I know.
It's a murder mystery game based on Higurashi When They Cry and Umineko When They Cry franchises by Studio Ozan. The murder mystery, they didn't release any details of exactly how to play it exactly, or like any of the rules or whatnot, just a teaser picture. But they did say it's likely to be like a werewolf or Among Us style game, which is really cool. I really would love to play
I mean, if there was ever a series that makes sense for
it would definitely fit Higurashi and Umineko. Imagine playing as like Rika or somebody, you have to kill all the people. That'd be really fun. God, why does Japan get it and not America? Bring that shit over here.
Wait, no. Oh my god, no. Why did you remind me it's going to be Japan?
Yep.
We can't. I was gonna say, oh, we could just buy it, but then it's like,
I mean, I'm about to go to the underground board game sites to see if I can like get it shipped from Japan. Watch it be like, oh yeah, the game itself is $20. The shipping is $500.
But girl, we can't read Japanese like that.
I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out.
Unless you want to play this game by yourself, then yeah, I guess wow,
we got
killer again.
The next G&A board game night, guys. You heard it here first. We got it. We got the Higurashi Umineko board game.
All right. Well, that is it for news, and now we're going to go into our weekly reviews. Bars. Starting. We have to. It's like, yeah. Okay, well, we don't. I won't speak for you.
Yeah,
I will definitely speak.
Not for this. I refuse to give it episode of the week.
Yeah, we kind of have to.
I don't.
We gotta have to. But it's because you don't want to. You have to.
Fine, I'll split it with something else. It's just not fair, though.
It isn't. I'll also split it with something else. So first of all, everyone who spoiled it on Twitter, you guys can all suck a dick. I hope you get STIs, and I hope your rolls are cursed for 3 months.
Yeah, fuck Gabby.
Oh yeah, and fuck Gabby. I hope all that and more worse happens to her.
Yeah, see, like, I liked Gabby a lot. She was, like, literally my favorite new character.
No, the moment she started, like, flipping out, I was like, oh, no, she's crazy.
Like, I get why she was flipping out, so even I was kind of just like, alright, that's fine. But no, you don't get the pass for this one. Sorry, Gabby. You did, like, the one thing you couldn't have done.
Yeah, literally the worst thing. It literally could have been anyone else.
Literally, you could have killed Jean. I would have been like, oh, fuck, that sucked.
And you know what's so crazy? I definitely I don't think I called it, but I feel like I mentioned that. Like in my heart, I was so scared of that happening because I was like, didn't I say that jokingly? I was like her looking at Sasha, and I'd be like, oh, was it crazy if they're like I think I made a joke about like one of them killing the other, like Sasha killing her.
Yeah. You know what's funny? That they all had so many chances to kill Gabby, and no one did. Literally, no one killed Gabby. They like, I feel like every character in this season had at least 5 chances to kill Gabby.
But they're all like, she's a kid.
But she's a kid. Meanwhile, she's out here fucking killing people like a murderer. Sorry, fuck Gabby. I'm mad at her. I don't care if she has a good reason for hating the scouts or whatever. She killed Sasha.
She doesn't. Yeah, all hers was like, but where are the house titans?
Oh,
yeah. Like, we the light skin house titans.
We're not inferior field titans out there.
Exactly, picking cotton.
Cotton picking titans.
Exactly.
Yeah, it sucks that that obviously Sasha's gone.
Oh my God.
I knew that was gonna happen when they started giving her a bunch of really cool moments. I'm like, oh, they're really giving Sasha a lot of awesome moments. What's up? What's up with this? Oh, I should have saw this coming from a mile away.
I'm just like, I hope that she is in heaven eating as many potatoes as she wants.
I've already seen the compilation videos of, like, you know, that one scene where they all just start punching Gabby. I see, like, Gabby getting punched for 10 hours, like, on YouTube. But yeah, the other big thing about this episode, of course, being we find out about Zeke.
Yep, he's been playing on the winning team this entire time.
Got him. Oh, that was a great.
I feel like I'm not. I feel like I'm not.
I'm not surprised at all.
I'm not surprised at all. Like, he seems like he has that energy. He doesn't seem like he's super. Like, he doesn't have that same energy that Reiner has.
Yeah, and they really have been hinting at it, like, throughout, because he's always been secretive through this whole season, and he's always like, I don't have much time left. I got to work on something big.
Yeah, but I have to go back. I know he's like, I really want to go back to Paradise. I really want to go back.
I need to get this done. It's my last chance. And then even in the fight, he just kind of went down immediately and did nothing for the whole time. So, yeah, that wasn't a surprise. I did love how they revealed it, though, because Gabby, being her loudmouth, was just like, take me to your leader so I can beat the shit out of him. And they're like, oh, yeah, we'll take you to our leader. Here, Zeke.
Yeah. That was so great. But yeah, you know, and it's probably simply because I feel like Zeke, at one point or another, actually found out the truth, and he was like, "Yeah, I don't like that."
yeah, I'm guessing that too. Or like he feels like an incredible amount of guilt over turning in his parents.
Yeah, I mean, in my mind, I feel like it's more towards him finding out the truth. Yeah, it's like, oh, that's bullshit.
Yeah. Yeah, I see that.
So we also realized that this whole invasion, it was kind of not approved, but not everyone agreed to this. And by everyone, I mean Eren kind of just did this shit on his own,
which makes it even more impressive because it was very well coordinated for something that was not planned.
I mean, there were a few people who planned. Like, it wasn't just...
There was, but they had their hands for it. So it wasn't like, all right, guys, we're all going in on this. Eren kind of just, like, made them do it.
Eren had, like... Yeah. Eren got, like, a few people who were, like, willing, who were like, yes, let's do this. And everyone else was like, ah, shit, we gotta come or else, well, he's gonna die.
Yeah.
So, and, yeah, and that's... So it's very interesting that on their side now there's like a split of trust because like they're looking at Eren like he's crazy, like, oh cool, we're gonna lock you and chain you up like we did like seasons 2 and 3.
I love that when Levi saw Eren, the first thing he did was kick him in the face, just like in the original season.
Yeah,
nice nostalgia, and also Mikasa still has his back. I'm glad to see that.
Yeah, that's why I went like when Armin and Eren like look at each other, when they all three of them look at each other, I'm like, where is this tension? Why does this not feel? I know you're starting a war, and war's not supposed to be happy, but like, ... And that's why even that's even why Armin stopped Mikasa. She's like, nah, Eren fucked up.
Yeah.
Like people died. Sasha died.
Yeah,
because of this.
They only have like 6 casualties, which is extraordinary. Considering, or sorry, 7 because Sasha. They only had 7 casualties, which is kind of extraordinary. So I feel like I saw more than 7 people die on screen.
Right?
I feel like I should go back and I'm pretty sure Peak herself killed like a couple of people. So I gotta go back and rewatch. If I go back and rewatch some episodes and I count exactly 7 deaths, I'm gonna be shocked. Holy shit, that'd be incredible.
Wait, it might be 8 because when they counted 6, I don't think they realized that homeboy.
Oh yeah, so then 8.
So yeah, I think 8.
I mean, this show pays so much attention to detail. I wouldn't be surprised if they show like all 8 deaths on screen.
Agreed. Let's see. Am I missing anything else? No, I think we. Wait, are these my old notes? No, they're not my old notes.
I just want to say they hope that they throw Gabby off the plane.
Nope, definitely my old notes.
I hope that's how they open up the next episode. They're just like, oh, yep, Zeke's here. Bye, Gabby, and just fucking launch her.
Yeah. Yeah, I hope so. Also, we found out that the man who trapped them all was actually a woman named Yelena. Not Armin at all. Yeah, that whole scene where Connie, Jean, and Sasha embrace each other, I was like, I already knew it was gonna happen. I was like, yep. Yep.
I hope Gabby doesn't kill Peak. For whatever reason. Oh my god, watch Gabby switch sides to join Zeke, and then they just kill Peak, and I'm gonna hate her even more somehow. Because like, I can't go along with
cool
you.
Characters first.
Yeah.
All the cool female characters die.
I can only be the strong female lead on this show. Then she just kills Mikasa. No.
No, Mikasa kills her. You mean Mikasa kills her? She thinks she kills her, and then all you hear is, "Oh my gosh,
yeah, it was just her after image.
And then Gabby's head just falls off, and that's the end of that.
Yeah.
But yeah. All right. I think I said all I needed to say about that. Let's move on to ReZero Season 2, Part 2, Episode 4.
Wow, Amelia was good for once, and all it took was de-aging her.
Yep, all it took was her being a child.
How can you have so much personality and cuteness as a child, but then turn into like a void as an adult?
Wow, Oni, next time just at me. Don't think about it too long.
But yeah, no, she was cute as a child.
Yeah, no, she was cute. You know, the whole sneaking her sneaking around, her being impatient and always doing everything, but she's being like kept inside, kept away from people.
I liked her like just she would just randomly make noises too, like when she was sliding down the hill, like wee, and just like her seeing whimsical and like fun and curious was cute. I actually think they did a good job of like portraying her as a curious kid who's like been locked in all time and doesn't know about the world. Because even when she was talking to Beetlejuice, she just like didn't know about anything and was like curious about everything while he was freaking out.
Oh my god, so creepy. That was so creepy. When I first saw him, I was like, oh my god, but he's cute. What happened to him? And then he started with the tears. I'm just like, oh, never mind. Never mind. You were just always destined to just become
what you
Beetlejuice.
Yeah. It was just a slow road. Fortuna was actually pretty cool too. I didn't expect to like her as much as I did.
Yeah, she's a really nice mother character, even though that's just her aunt. That scene with Subaru was so like unnecessary.
Oh yeah, it was so just randomly thrown in there.
I know. I was like, I don't care. Go back to baby Amelia. Yeah. Amelia. Go away.
I feel like they did it they literally just did it to eat up time so they can end on the cliffhanger. Because otherwise, they could have definitely put that scene in like the beginning of the next episode or something.
Absolutely, or not have it at all.
Or not. But you got to see.
Well, no, wait. Yeah, I was gonna say Ram was in it. Okay,
yeah, Ram did her thing better than Rem apparently, because Rem did not do anything for the past season.
Yeah, well, yeah.
One day Rem will appear again. I have confidence.
Yeah,
maybe in season 5.
I hope. I do want Rem to come back only because as much I do love Ram, and Ram I think can be great by herself, but they're really great together. I kind of miss that. I miss them kind of like repeating each other's sentences.
Yeah. Yeah, they need to come back. We need to go back to the season 1 setting.
Absolutely. Oh God, I love I love that the first moment you see them and they're like talking to back and forth. That's one of my favorite scenes with the twins, with the sisters. Are they twins?
Yeah, they're twins.
Okay, yeah, with the twins.
I will say for this episode, I also enjoyed Echidna finally coming back and her being a super salty bitch towards Amelia the whole time.
She's just really unhappy.
She's just like, well, fuck you.
Yeah,
Can't wait to see you suffer.
Yeah, she's like, here we go. Here's the fun part. You little tart.
What I didn't enjoy is, first off, let me just say, I hate their fashion choices. The white and purple thing that they got going on with the white hair. It's just gaudy looking to me. I don't like it.
I wouldn't say it's gaudy, but it's definitely.
It reminds me of Frieza. Like, I just see Frieza.
Simple. I mean, I like I do like.
But Frieza was supposed to be gaudy, so it works. So Frieza.
I kind of like. I do like the color scheme of purple and white, honestly, but just like the designs are too.
But so much white, like white hair, white shoes, white.
Yeah, like why is everything white and purple?
Yeah, and then just snow. Like, oh my god, it's too much white.
Oh,
did someone throw milk on my screen?
Yeah, like white hair, purple eyes. I'm like,
like literally, they're just white and purple. That's it.
Yeah, like, does everyone have to be white and purple? Everybody, everybody. All right. But yeah. Oh, and then at the end where, Geese is about to say something about the parents, and they're like, "No, you can't say anything about the parents." And he's like, "Oops, my bad."
Don't tell the audience for another 3 seasons.
And then, they eventually have bigger problems because homeboy Regalius, I think that's his name is, the apostle of greed, Echidna's apostle, shows up, and he's like, yo.
I hope Echidna's just rooting him on the sidelines as he, like, massacres
Amelia's
family. Like, yeah, get him!
I mean, they're not going to be massacred, though.
Yeah.
Because they all end up getting frozen. And, well...
I mean, that is a form
of Beetlejuice becomes Beetlejuice, so...
Well, I want... Like, there's stuff leading to that. I want to see what craziness ensues.
Yes, me too. Cannot wait till next week. Alright, let's move on to Tensura. Season 2, Season 2, Episode 3.
Yes.
Sorry, I'm at that awkward point in my life where I'm starting a new notebook, but I still have my notes from on the old notebook, so I have 2, like, books out in front of me. I'm going back. So
you're like going back and forth between notebooks?
Yes.
Ugh, yes. You're so low tech.
I am. I don't know. I just feel like when I write stuff down, it's like
I have my stone tablet here that I've chiseled my notes onto.
Listen, you better be nice to me, or else I might just stone you with it. But yes, Tensura Season 2, Episode 3. Yeah,
I think this is the best of the episodes of Season 2 so far. Like, there was more going on, and it was like the slice of life comedy moments actually kind of landed for me. I like the character progression between Rimuru and the king.
Dwarf King.
Yeah, Dwarf King. Dwarf King was kind of cool this episode.
Yeah, I liked him. I love how you roasted him for his speech.
Yeah, too humble, too modest.
0 out of 10.
0 out of 10. Get out of here.
Of course, as usual, Shiana's the best part of this episode.
Mhm.
She literally got wasted in the middle of a meeting. Oh my gosh, she's so useless. I love it.
I feel like they're using Shion to break up the boring exposition, which I actually like. Like anytime the series gets too wordy and people are just like talking too much, Shion just comes in and is like, "Woo, I'm gonna do some crazy shit. Look at me," which I appreciate a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, when they go to the Hostess bar
Mhm.
or host club, that was pretty fun. Oh my god, I will say Gobtub exploding blood everywhere is a
That was
bit.
kind of creepy.
Yeah, that was like, whoa.
Like, all right, we've
Whoa.
progressed from just a simple nosebleed to like this dude is like hemorrhaging
Explode
blood.
like literally blood coming from
He's
every
becoming a
orifice.
fucking exorcist right now.
Right? Like, why is blood exploding everywhere? No. But yeah, so that was funny. Where when Shuna finds out, Shuna and Shion find them out, and they're like, "Yeah, we'll forgive you. Just eat Shion's cooking for a week."
That was cute. I love that scene. And he like tries to buy them back with his cuteness, and they're like, "Oh yeah, just a week." And he's like, 3 days? Nope, a week.
A week. I love how even with them, like he's such a pushover.
Yeah, like scenes like that I think work really well. They did some like world building with the whole talking about different trading priorities from the different kingdoms. Rimuru actually making some connections with his liquor selling business in the dwarven cities. I feel like that's just what he's gonna do. He's gonna sell liquor to everybody. And I'm gonna be like,
Yep,
okay,
and
that's
they're
cool.
all gonna be like, "Oh my god, yo, this Crown Royal is the bomb."
Yeah, he's literally just making Crown Royal apple.
Yeah, yeah, it looks like it. I'm pretty sure it tastes like it.
Yeah. I can't blame him then. I liked when he was drinking
Exactly.
it, and then the great teacher was like, "Oh, this is poison. I removed the alcohol from it. You're welcome."
And he's like, "No, we get fucked up."
Yeah, cute little moments like that and little episodes like this
Yeah.
are worth watching, I think. And it like gives me a break from watching fucking depression of Attack on Titan and Higurashi, which we'll get to a bit later.
But until then, let us.
The other depressing show.
Speaking of depressing, let's move on to Beastars S2 episode 4, which is my other half. So the
Yeah,
week.
same, obviously.
Yeah. Holy hell. I'm I remember everything that's happening. I'm just like, oh.
Is this just a straight up crime drama now? It's like a crime drama.
Kinda at this point.
It kind of just is a crime drama, which I'm here for. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna make my my theory now. I'm pretty sure the predator that's stalking the campus is the mayor, because it would have to be a carnivore who's strong enough to overpower Legoshi, and he's a lion, and he has that whole motive of being like, no, I'm upstanding and blah 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 blah, and I don't do anything wrong to herbivores. Plus he has
I mean, but keep in mind, maybe not. Well, maybe not. Only because he was mauled to death. Like,
who was he?
Or was he?
I don't remember. Was he mauled to death? I don't remember that scene.
Because keep in mind, he can't like chew him up and spit him out.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he got his teeth filed down. But there are more than one ways to get an alpaca.
They have knives in the world. You could just chop them.
Right. He could literally just kill like a normal serial killer. That's not a lion.
Yeah, we'll see. That's just my guess for now. It would have to have probably been like a lion or some really strong predator if it was able to beat the shit out of Legoshi like that.
Jeez, I mean, to be fair, Legoshi was kidnapped. Like he was ambushed and then.
Yeah, he was still like beating the crowd, like on top of him and like powering him, like
That is true.
over struggling him.
That is
I,
true. What kind of terrifies me is that how like Legoshi and like Legoshi literally just doesn't really like he doesn't get scared.
yeah, it's true. He doesn't have like a fear thing going on.
Yeah. He really doesn't. Like not one certain scene where he's getting like beaten and hurt. Was he like, oh no, but anything, he was just like, actually, let me bite you now.
Yeah, he's like, oh wait, let me get his scent and feel his
Taste of his
saliva
blood
and blood. Yeah.
shit. I'm just like, this man can kill you.
Oh, his friend was awesome too. His little cute dog
Oh
friend.
my god, Shaq. That shot of him in the light and Legoshi in the darkness was
Yeah, that was really good.
oh man, that was so and then he was crying for his friend. Oh like, oh my god, my heart. No, why are you making a little doggy sad?
I know, he's such a cute doggy, like a cute loyal dog, and I'm like, oh no. It had that feeling of Legoshi just like leaving home and like leaving his dog. Like, I can't be with you anymore. Go.
Good, I'm sorry. Stay.
Yeah, stay.
Oh my god. It was that scene was actually was really hard to watch.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad that they brought the panda back.
Oh yeah, Panda
Gohin.
Bro. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they brought him back. And he's like, "Let me train over you," and he's like, "No."
Yeah. That's pretty cool. I like Panda Bro. Actually, I forgot if he had. I thought he was dead or like close to death in the beginning of the first season, so I'm glad he's alive.
Hmm. Yeah. No, yeah, that's true. I mean, no, he was always alive. He left a note for him. Remember?
Oh no, I don't remember that scene at all. Last time I remember seeing him was just him getting attacked by all the
The
lions.
lions.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, he made it out just fine. And he tied them. He's the one who tied them all up as Legoshi was walking out.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Okay, I remember now.
Yeah.
He's good. He's good.
But yeah, it was just I don't know. It was oh right. I'm like, oh, I was like, is that it? I'm like, nope. There's so much more.
There's a huge
There's
part.
so much more. So let's get to the strip club.
Of course, I'm waiting for the awkward, random furry scenes to show up.
And here they go.
Mm-hmm.
And we have awkward animal stripper girls
Mm-hmm.
who are just working their thing. And, once again, we get to see this the herbivore versus carnivore thing play out more or less. The tiger question mark?
Was it a tiger or was it a lion?
No, it wasn't a lion. It was a
No,
tiger.
it's probably a tiger.
Only tigers can be men. Only lions can be men.
Oh no, I'm talking about the guy who attacked her.
I'm talking about the dancer.
Oh yeah, no, her.
Yeah, I think she's a tiger.
Yeah.
She was jealous that there was a herbivore dancing and that she was more popular, even though it's basically only because they want to
I mean,
eat.
it makes a lot more sense, I guess.
Yeah, which by the way, such a fucked up idea. Like,
yeah, like I get it in the sense that it's like,
yeah.
ooh, your lust and your I don't know hunger are like kind of similar.
Mhm.
But on my
Yeah.
mental level, I'm just like, I don't want to be hungry while I'm horny. That's just weird.
That is weird, and also it's kind of like given how they frame it, sometimes it's like it feels like and in lots of these aspects of society, the herbivores are more superior, and then in these aspects of society, the carnivores are more superior,
Mm-hmm.
but like in very unhealthy ways.
Yeah.
Like this, it was giving me very much slaver auction, like like that kind of impression. It's like, I like this woman because, she's not one, she's exotic.
Well, yeah, because it's like a herbivore. I did
You
like
know.
that she was talking all this shit. She's like, "Yeah, you stupid fucking carnivores, you're here to watch me."
Watch me.
And then the cave
Yeah, 'cause
went
you wanna
down.
fucking eat.
She's like, "Oh fuck."
And she was like, "Yep, this is how I die." Listen, I totally I respect her for, owning up to, like, yeah, there's a good chance I'm probably gonna die by doing this shit. And then she's like, oh, well, this is where I
Well,
die.
this is my day.
Yeah, and then Big Daddy Louie.
Yes, King Louis shows up.
Yep, and saves the day.
I also like when she was telling him off, and he's like gets pulled back by the lion, and she's like, "You're the leader of the Shigumi."
She's like, he saves her, and he's like, "Girl, what the fuck are you doing here? Why are you not getting eaten?"
Mm-hmm.
So that was kind of crazy.
Oh yeah, and you also got your answer to your issue of last week's episode of why he is able to eat meat. He's not.
He's not. Yep. Yep. So I was right. I was like, yeah, he physically, like, yeah, his body's not made to do that.
I mean, I don't understand why he just doesn't eat like lettuce on the side or something. Like he doesn't have to. Like I've lived off energy drinks. I'm like, all right, but if you can hide energy drinks, you can hide like lettuce.
Yeah, and also you can just like, I don't know, like, girl, you like be creative, get like a stir fry,
Yeah, treat yourself right. Also, you have no long-term planning. I don't think you can keep this up. I'm gonna replace my entire diet with energy drinks.
Yeah, I'm like, you're gonna die.
You're gonna die really quickly, bro.
But one thing I found to be super interesting, I can't wait to see this come into play.
Mm-hmm.
The lion, at least one of the lions, actually seems to like, show some sort of care for him outside of him just being the figurehead. He's like, hey, so you clearly can't process meat because that's just not how your biology goes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So here's a salad, and he's like, "Oh, you're gonna look down on me as
take pity on me by giving me this."
And he's like, "Dude, I just want you to live."
Yeah, which I guess makes sense because he's actually helping out the gang a lot, and the guy's like,
exactly.
Oh, shit,
he's
die,
like, yeah, exactly. If you die or get sick, it's not gonna be good for us. So just,
eat your greens.
Eat your greens.
Yes. I love the little fake out they did where it was like at the end where it was just like, boss, there's a wolf at the door looking for you. And I'm like, oh my god, is Legoshi there?
Legoshi.
Nope, it's Juno.
It's Juno. And she was like, I want to see him now. If you touch him, I'm gonna bite you.
Oh my god, like if Juno and Louis hook up and they like rule a gang together, I'm gonna lose my mind. That'd be fucking awesome.
That would be, but would he fuck a carnivore?
To assert dominance, to assert his herbivore dominance. He would.
Like
I am the greatest herbivore.
Exactly, and see, this is what I mean, where it goes back to like the whole carnivore herbivore thing, because that just feels like race play to me. At that point, that's just a weird.
I mean, a lot of ways it is species play.
Species play. Yeah, he's like, yeah, you like eating meat so much, yeah, eat this shit.
I do feel like they match each other better though, because they're both like really aggressive and they're
ambitious.
Ambitious, yeah. So yeah, I mean, I can ship them.
Yeah, I hope so. Wouldn't that be funny? The girl who wanted him is going after Louis, and the girl that he wanted is in love with Louis.
There is definitely not a lot of Haru this season.
Which I'm fine with.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of like Haru. I want more Haru, but yeah, I'm fine with it, I guess.
Yeah.
He doesn't have a real role in the story right now.
I just feel like because a lot of last season was about her, I'm fine with it not just being her.
Yeah.
Like, if you guys put a gun to my head, what's more important? her or figuring out who murdered Tem. I'm like, Tem's murderer. Sorry, Haru. I'll see you in season 3. Yeah. Good episode. Good episode indeed. Let's move on to Log Horizon and Taku Hokai. What episode is this? Episode 3.
Politics.
Yeah, more politics, y'all.
Although I do think I get it this time, so it was a lot. It was a little easier to follow this time around. Essentially, Chiroe is well. Obviously, they're going to hold a general election, but the whole thing with the princess actually supporting them was big because now it would mean that the people of the land have representation in the council, which would theoretically make it so like they're not always worried about their position and feel like they're being lorded over by the adventurers.
Exactly. Which is kind of that's a big thing that they wanted. Excuse me. We also meet the prince. The prince. Let me rewind a bit. Shiroe meets up with Ainz, and he's like, and Ainz is like, "Hey, so this government's happening. You should join me." And he's like, "What about the what was it called? The round circle?
Round table?
Round table, thank you. The round circle.
The round circle, yes.
The round table. And he's like, yeah, shit's already gone, girl. Because apparently like people are leaving, people are jumping ship.
Yeah.
And then Shiroe, I think he was about to still say like no. And then that's when the Prince of Westland appears, Utena. Yes, revolutionary girl Utena makes his appearance. And, he lets the intentions known why they're trying to do all of this. He's trying to stop the war from happening because apparently all the nobles who form the Senate, or who have a Senate, like, is that their thing? Like, do they just call themselves the Senate, or is it?
I'm gonna assume it's just like our Senate. It's the Senate.
Yeah, it's just the Senate. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, it seems like they're ready to go to war. And he's like, "No, I don't want that. So I need you to work with the government or join the Akiba government to ensure that doesn't happen." At least I think that's the
that's pretty much the gist of it.
Yeah. I like that. I like the shadiness of Rainishia's parents. I read the actual titles or their names. I love how they're just like, hey, I know you feel way about us, not working with you guys, but hey, we're gonna be cool with them. The land of the people, the people of the land are going to still have their trust in us. Honestly, the only people that are going to be fucked is y'all. So
tough shit.
And and if you want to people want to suspect us of marrying off our daughter for political gains, I'm like, Dusty Krusty he's been gone for months now. They're like, well, you would have clearly married him off. But he's not here anymore, and home dude made the offer.
I feel like he's just gonna show up and be like, "I'm back."
And she's like, "Yes." And she's like, "Yes, I don't have to get married, thank God."
Just punches the prince in the face.
Right.
starts a war anyway. Punching the prince in the face, like, yeah, war's on, baby. I do like the setup of them having an election. I think that's a really good segue into this arc because I don't know, I just feel like there's more room for fun antics. Like, so far this season has been very dry because it's I mean, Lock Horizon has dry periods, but like it started out dry and it's been dry. But I feel like next episode we'll actually be able to get some like maybe some light comedy and some characters doing some development and
I don't
stuff.
know. I
More
don't know.
Akatsuki.
Like, yeah, it's just like I feel like they're going to spend at least half the episode. They're gonna spend like half the episode,
Discussing how
explaining
elections
how
work.
democracy works. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Here's how you vote. How are we gonna make up the system where they vote? Here's how we can do it. Blah 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 blah. And then they'll do maybe set aside like 3 minutes for like all the girls like have tea and sweets.
Maybe. You know what it is? It's like because there's no action cutting in between these long-winded discussions. Like in season 2, there was a little bit of action even during like the longer exposition episodes. They would always throw in like these little action scenes of them going to the dungeon and stuff to break it up. Whereas they don't have that right now, so it's just like, ugh.
Yeah, it's really dragging on. I'm like, oh, I'm not sure I could take another episode, or they're just like, let's just talk about it.
Let's
like,
just
man.
talk about democracy.
I'm just like, girl, you're doing a lot of talking. A lot of blah 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 right now.
Too much talking, not enough fantasy. Get on it.
Okay.
Also, not enough Akatsuki. Give me more Akatsuki, please. Thank you.
Yeah, what he said. All right. I believe that's all we have to say about Log Horizon. All right, let's move on to Kumo desu ka? Nani ka? Episode. I just have to flip to the back of the book. Episode 4.
This was almost my episode of the week.
I understand why, because it was
really good.
You know when I remember last episode I said, yeah, I kind of like the whole them splitting up between like Spider and the school setting. So I was like, at first I was gonna be a little bit upset. I'm like, oh my god, no, they're gonna stay here forever. But then if this episode's gonna be like this, I don't care.
Yeah, if we're gonna fight giant armies of CGI monkeys all the time, then bring it on. It was surprisingly well done. It was a long fight scene, but it was a cool one because you get to actually see her use her abilities to like the best effect, which was pretty awesome.
Yeah, and you still get to see Homegirl. I thought you had to see Homegirl struggle. Yeah. Oh my god! I remember when the monkey grabbed on just ripped her arm, her leg off. I was like, oh no!
She's literally bleeding out, and half her body's just like chomped off.
I was like, what? And then she's still holding on, and I'm like, what in the JoJo's DBZ Fist of the North Star is going on here?
Her little method of killing is awesome too, where she was just like basically vomiting poison into everybody's mouth or whatever. That was great.
That was great. Disgusting as hell, but great.
Speaking of which, the little gag in the beginning with her eating the disgusting bug, and then she's like throws up and dies. They're pushing her into a poison build.
That was hilarious. Poor thing. I just want her to eat good food.
I do too. She has all those monkeys. She should be like level 80 now. She has like 900 monkeys to kill.
Right.
I did see, this is what I don't mind that they use CGI, because even though the monkeys look horrific, like I will have nightmares about those monkeys, but even that being the case, at least they're like using the CGI to be like, listen, we're using CGI, that means we can have like 500 monkeys on screen. Yeah, which they did, which you wouldn't be able to do with like hand drawn, because there would be too many moving parts. So
exactly, and I was fine with it. Like, because I don't know, I guess because she is CGI, but she CGI'd well. So like, I don't mind them adding more CGI. For, like this anime, like I'm definitely used to it now.
Yeah, it's like that little learning curve thing. Well, once you get used to it, it doesn't bother you as much.
Yeah.
Although the lava at the end, like just there was a little after credit scene, and she's like, "Oh, I'm gonna go to the dungeon," and like, lava everywhere.
She's like, "Soga!"
Hope you have a lava evolution. Become a lava spider. Yeah.
Lava resistance.
Yeah. She just falls in the lava. Lava resistance level 2.
Also, you're dead.
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah, it was a fun episode. Pretty good.
yep, pretty good. All right, let's talk about our last fun episode
Yerp.
of the night. Excuse me. Higurashi no Naku Koronigo.
Yerp.
What episode this be? Episode 17.
So this was first off. It started out with the whole redo of the murder from like the second season, I believe, where Takano killed everybody.
Yeah.
Which was one of my favorite scenes. I'm glad they redid it. It was kind of cool to see Takano just being like, "Oh my god, Rika, I'm so sorry that I killed you and your friends. Ah, it's so bad."
Well, she doesn't know.
Well, she doesn't know what she did, but she's like, "I'm sorry, I was planning to kill you."
Yep. And I guess because she too got her memories, she was like, no, this is bad. And proceeded to turn herself in.
Yeah, and then of course everything goes wonderful for Rika. Even though it doesn't, even though people are still just appearing in front of her house and like grabbing her for no fucking reason.
Oh my god, who are you? No, I'm here to help you.
Yeah, really.
Like, why? When he explained it, I love how she was just like, Nipa. Like,
Yeah. Like a Nipa of like, oh, this shit. Rika had a few little jabs and lines here and there, like when Tomitake shows up, and then she's like, "Oh, it's rare to see you after Nagashi." He's like, "Oh yeah, I guess I do go back to Tokyo." And he's like, "No, that's not what I meant, but sure."
Yeah.
I guess if you haven't seen the original Higurashi, you got like a bunch of bombs this episode, with everyone being in the military, um, the doctor having Satoshi underneath his clinic, and the Hinamizawa. Like, if you didn't have the knowledge of season one, you just got everything dumped on you this episode.
Wait, do you mean the original?
Yeah, like the original season, like the original
series?
Yeah,
I was like, you saying season one? I'm like,
well, I mean, like the season one of the original series.
Yeah.
Which I don't know how I feel about that, because it's kind of just like unceremonious, I guess.
Yeah, they didn't really like. They just dumped it all on you at one time.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I only assumed they're just like, all right, cool, you know all that. Let's move on.
It was just a flat out info. Even like people I barely remembered, like that one dude with the weird nose.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh yeah, that's a dude that was in
Yeah,
there.
I was like, oh, yeah, you existed, huh?
Yeah, you're a guy.
Crazy. So let's get all of that out of the way and get to the real meat and potatoes.
Mm-hmm.
Towards the end, where we learn that Totoko is indeed, or most likely, the second looper.
I feel like it's definitely her at that point.
Yep. I mean, they weren't really like they're definitely trying to like tell us, like,
Mm-hmm.
it wasn't super out of left field.
I mean, I was suspecting Satoko for the past like 2 episodes, and then they really shipped it hard when she was talking to Rika, and she was like, "Oh, Rika, you don't need to go anywhere. You can stay here. Yeah, don't stay here forever
and ever." I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
So theory time.
Mm-hmm.
Also, spoilers
for Umineko, I'm sure.
Yeah, Umineko 100%. So I definitely think, like, before I thought like Lambda Delta was just like, oh my god, Takano's my character, so I'm just gonna do whatever and kill you guys as much as I need to.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think like Lambda is like more or less taking Satoko for a ride, or do you
so.
or do you think she's like kind of more like a little bit like Hanyu, where it's like, hey, you're still your own person, but you're looping now.
No, I think it's Lambda because Stoko really acts super out of character a lot of the time. And then there's like this whole malicious element to it. Like in Umineko, like there was a lot of times where the witches would just do like a bunch of really crazy evil
Yeah.
shit, and then
Mhm.
they would like warm up to Battler, like being like, "Battler, you see, now everything is good. Just be on our side. Don't worry about it. It's all good. It'll go
Yeah.
away if you're good to us." And that this is like straight out of like Lambda and Merton's playbook. So I'm
Yeah.
like, this is that strategy. This is torture Rika until she's mind broken, and then when
Yeah.
she's like relents once, just be like, "Oh look, you're on the good side. Now we're gonna treat you nice."
That is very much true. Because it's like it's very interesting. That's like the goal for Lambda shifted from let's just keep her forever
Mm-hmm.
to well, also let's keep her together, but like past
Yeah,
festival.
yeah, and like
Like
Rika
it
said,
wants her to be in the world
it's
forever.
weird that like suddenly everything just goes right without her having to do anything at all. It's
Exactly.
like, oh, everything's magically fixed now. Keyword on magic.
Hmm. That was Lambda definitely lulling her into a false sense of security. Which is yeah, I was also I'm like, yeah, this is also just Lambda 100% because like she just pulls a gun out of nowhere.
Yeah, just pulls it out of her, literally like out of her ass.
No, I'm definitely assuming that he shoots and kills her.
Probably. I do think. First off, I like that. Maybe I'm reading too much into it, but it was literally the Schrodinger cat box that Rika caught Satoko on. Because she's like, "Oh, you don't know what's in the box until I open the box. You thought it was a
Yo,
trap."
yes, oh, that's true. They oh, fucking yo, homeboy Higurashi Mineko, dude, he loves a good.
Yeah, he beat that cat box into the back of my brain. So,
He really does love the Schrodinger's cat.
mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's my theory that Lambda's doing stuff. She's being a sneaky girl.
I agree. I think it's Lambda controlling Satoko, and now we're gonna have a whole arc of. By the way, it's a new arc next week, and it's probably gonna be an arc of like
Yeah,
Lambda controlling Satoko versus Rika slash Burn, which is gonna be interesting.
yeah. Also, someone during the live watch said that Soko probably has the rest of the weapon.
Oh yeah, she probably has the rest of the sword because the sword is missing. So that wouldn't surprise me either.
Yeah, I do think Lambda's. I would say Lambda. I don't think is trying to kill her anymore because
Yeah.
he could have.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we shall see. We shall see. All right. So that is the end of our weekly review. Um, for our last segment, this is going to be the filler arc. And I kind of want to bring your attention to this anime that I've been watching. Oni, have you been watching or have you heard of or been watching Wonder Egg Priority?
I've heard of it and I've seen some like clips of it and it looks really good, but I haven't seen any episodes.
So I'm just gonna read the synopsis real quick because synopsis can say better than I can.
Mm-hmm.
This is the story of Ai, an introverted girl whose fate is changed forever when she acquires a mysterious Wonder Egg from a deserted arcade. That night, her dreams blend into reality as other girls obtain their own Wonder Eggs. Ai discovers new friends and the magic within herself. Basically, this anime is very just anime Kingdom Hearts.
Mm,
If well, I mean, Kingdom Hearts is already pretty anime as fuck, but
yeah.
even more so. But even more so, this really is. It's so funny enough. Wait, let me go to. I just want to read it because I think on the site that Dave was watching it off on, they described it as a slice of life. This is not a slice of not
I feel
life.
like they use that tag for everything.
Yeah, I'm like, this is not that. I'm like, I'm gonna think he may have misread that because there's no way. Like, this is literally, it's like King. I think I would say it's the more mature version of Kingdom Hearts. It's like if Kingdom Hearts met Magica Modica.
Yeah, it looked very Madoka to me. Like I like the
Yes.
weird designs
The
and like.
moment I saw those little red things, those
Mm,
little red CGI things running with knives in their hand,
yeah.
I was like, "Oh, yep, no, this is Monica." So yeah, it's like everything's really pretty, but then there's always that, underlying sense of like, "Oh shit, we might die at any period."
Hmm.
Um, in that first episode, it's yes, I think they do such a great job of like showing the stakes
Hmm.
because at first, like, the main character, she gets like cut up, like she gets cut in their side, and she's like, "Oh, I don't really feel it," and she's like, "Oh yeah, you don't feel anything in this world because the other girl that she was with, they're like, oh, they're only coming after me."
Hmm.
And then, they spend half the story running, and then not the story, the half the episode running, and then the main character, she eventually gets her it literally looks like a keyblade. Um, and she fights the threat. It's very pretty, like, well, just one hit. I think she like just hits her once, and that's it. But it's really cool.
Hmm.
And then she's like, "All right, time to leave this little dream world." And then she's having breakfast with her mom, and then you just see red forming everywhere, and then she just collapses, and she's in the hospital.
It sounds trippy. It sounds like a very
So,
trippy show.
so yeah, so it's like I love at the end. It's like, oh no, wait, no, it's not just all rainbows and butterflies and pretty colors. Like you get fucked up, you sustain those injuries in the real world.
Hmm.
Um, so yeah, that was just really cool. The whole premise about it, like why they're in the dream world and what they do with these eggs, is really cool. Um, you know, she has to tackle. She meets certain people, certain like one-off characters who had like these deep traumas, and she helps resolve them with the power of Kingdom Hearts and Heart and Keyblade.
They defeat Heartless
Wow.
together.
Yeah, while also like dealing with her own trauma when happened to something tragic happened to like one of her friends. So yeah, it's very dark,
Hmm.
very I don't know. They do a good job of they gave a good job of levying the darkness with like the beauty and the colors and animation. Like they do it like one definitely like balances the other. So
Hmm.
it doesn't feel like Depression Fest, even though it's like a lot of sad shit like happens. So yeah, I would definitely, recommend that to anyone who's looking for something a little out of the box. Definitely if you need your fix of rated M magical girls,
I
I
feel like
would
all
definitely.
magical girls are rated M nowadays.
Right. I mean, they're not, these girls aren't magical girls. Like, that one
But
kind
it
of,
has that aesthetic in
but
it.
yeah,
Mhm.
definitely that aesthetic and kind of like that theme. So yeah, definitely go check it out.
I might do that. I also have something I'd like to recommend. I'm watching on the side, which
Hmm.
is Mushoku Tensei, also called Jobless Reincarnation. It's the one with the kid, basically like this old dude, like 30, 40-year-old dude,
Hmm.
dies, gets reincarnated as a kid. You know the story. But the interesting thing about this show is it's like all from the perspective of him as a kid, even though he has the same brain as like an adult. And for some reason, even though there's like a fantasy world and his parents are like warriors and his father's a swordsman, his mom's a magician, and like there's all that fantasy element, like he's learning magic and learning how to fight. The most intriguing part of the show is like just this random focus on people being horny and drama about it. Like
Yeah.
it's like Real Housewives of
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
of isekai or something.
It's so I will never forget that one night, that one scene
Hmm.
where the parents are getting busy, and then he catches who doing what. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, there's like a parents are always fucking, and you just hear like there'll be just scenes where he's like trying to learn magic, and you just hear them fucking in the background. Like, why? Did you see the latest episode yet?
No,
Oh,
I don't think I saw this week's episode. It wasn't.
you.
It's
Oof.
not. It's not when he met the girl,
No,
right?
not when he met the new girl.
Yeah.
No, this week's episode, get ready because if you thought it was Real Housewives before, it gets Real Housewives. It's
Ooh.
real drama. So yeah, if you want like an isekai that's funny, a little pervy, and like but very
Mhm.
different in terms of like its approach, I would recommend this. It's like really weird and intriguing in so many ways.
It really, it really is. I Yeah, no, it's really good. It's
Hmm.
really good. I was like, I want to say, but I don't want to spoil
Yeah,
it.
no, don't spoil it. People need to enjoy it.
Yes, people need to
Don't be
enjoy
Twitter.
it. Don't be yes. This is the lesson of the day. Don't be Twitter. Don't ruin things for people.
Hmm.
Yeah.
All right. So I think
Yep.
with that said, guys, if you enjoyed this episode of the G&A podcast, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe so you get all the episodes as they go up every week. If you haven't already, do follow us on Twitch, follow us on Twitter, and join the party over in our Discord, all linked in the description down below. If you'd like, you can even become a patron or channel member.